Hey everyone, welcome to Banished, a awesome medieval city building game. This came out about a month or two ago, something like that. February 18th. You can get it on Steam for like $20. It's made by Shining Rock Softwares, and to my amazement, it's only made by one person. So all the stuff you see, only one guy worked on. It's pretty detailed for that. This is going to be kind of like a tutorial slash let's play. So we'll go ahead and jump on in. New game. I think that'll be a good name. We're just going to keep that the same. I found a flat seed we're going to play on. It makes things a little bit easier. 181. Okay. Train type valleys. Train size medium. Climate fair. Disasters on. Starting conditions medium. Okay, as soon as the game starts, you're going to want to pause it. That way you can get a look at what you're working with. We've got a nice flat plain right here, full of rock and iron, which is a good thing, and lots of trees. We have the river down below us, which I find that's a nice place for it. Okay. So first thing we want to do is get some farms started and get our roads kind of planned out before we start playing, because if not, by the time you get the farms set up, they won't have time to work on them. So you want to start your road like that and then make 9 by 9 squares. Right up against the barn. This will build in the middle of the 9 by 9 square, there'll be a 7 by 7 field for a farm. It allows one laborer to be working on it at a time. Because if you build this giant field, like this whole field, it will take, I think, 4 people, and they still won't get it done in time before the winter comes, and it'll destroy it all. So we'll go ahead and get this set out. Not that. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's plant 2 wheat and 2 peppers. If you have a variety in your food source, it makes the people happy, and I think it helps with their health, but I'm not completely sure. Okay, let's go ahead and get a fishing dock set up. We're going to want 2 or 3 of these, but we're only going to put 1 down for now. And let's start building some houses. You have the materials, so I'd go ahead and start with stone and try to make it a habit that you only use stone, because it becomes a pain when you have to go back and upgrade wood houses because they're taking up too many resources. How many houses are there? 4. Can't put that there. Okay. And we're going to need a woodcutter. Right here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let them start working on that. And we will open up our resources tab, our event log, and our professions list. We'll go ahead and add 4 farmers. We'll put 3 builders, and we'll leave the rest as laborers for now. You want to go ahead and call for resources so they'll come pick them up whenever they get a chance. Crap. I just try to clear out a little bit of land so you can expand. We're gonna up the time to about ×5 for now. And while they're doing that, we can look around and see where we want to place our foresters and gatherers. Down here looks like a good spot. Let's check it out. You could place this pretty much anywhere. Most people say you want to place it in a heavily wooded area, but what they do is they plant trees and then they cut down the ones that are good enough to chop down. So you can plant it in a wide open field and it'll just take longer for them to actually start to cut or have a lot of trees that they can cut. So here looks like a good spot. It shouldn't take too long for them to get started. So put that down, and then I always like to put another one right in front of it. I'm not sure if it really helps with the efficiency, but it's just something I like to do. And then we're gonna need a gatherer's hut right above it. They all kind of help each other out. And we'll get a road started. If I could see that. A nice little road coming out there. Okay, so while we're down here, we'll go ahead and get all this set up. We're going to go ahead and pause these woodcutters. They're not needed right now. We're going to keep the gatherer's hut open. You need that pretty much first thing in the game. Let's see the radius of this. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and put a stockpile down here, a 10x10 stockpile, so they can stay up here and they won't have to go all the way back and forth to drop off wood. And we're going to go ahead and place a few houses, but we're going to pause them. Yeah, we'll keep these paused for now. We'll go ahead and add two fishermen. And we need to add priority onto our stone cutter. Not stone cutter, wood cutter, my bad. I'm going to go ahead and cut until they get some more progress done. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so we made it through our first year. We're in early spring, year 2. It's it's taking quite a bit of time for them to get the houses going. Takes a little bit longer for stone because they take a lot more resources than a wooden house. But they're well worth it because you don't have to have as much firewood during the winter to keep them warm. So it just kind of helps you in the long run. While we're waiting on them to get the last house done and the gatherer's hut, we'll go ahead and plan out some more stuff for the future. Okay, let's see. I know we're going to need another fishing dock soon. So we'll go ahead and put this one down here. We'll go ahead and pause it though. And we want to go ahead and take this road all the way out. Okay. Let's see what else can we do. Eventually we're going to need a blacksmith in a little while. We're going to need a blacksmith and a tailor. And we can go ahead and place down our town hall where we want it. We're not going to build it right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it down to kind of help plan for things to come. So right there's going to be a town hall. We're going to pause it so they don't worry about it. And we're going to pause the tailor. That's not needed for a little while. Let's get priority set on our gatherer's hut. That is a very important part. When you first start. We're going to go ahead and connect these roads. I can't tell where that's at. We'll figure it out. Okay, so they're bringing in the crops, so it's late summer. And our fishermen have, let's see how much they brought in. They brought in 340 fish this year. Well, this season, compared to 595, but it's not the end of the season yet. And it's always important to keep your houses near where the people work so they don't have to travel super far away. You can tell where they live from this tool right here. He must be a builder. And usually they live very close to their house. Well, wherever they work, they live close to there. And I'm not sure if it's a bug or not, but the farmers, they have a tendency of leaving stuff like this on their fields, and if you don't get them to pick that up, it'll stay there until next summer, and then they won't do anything until you get them to pick it up, and then sometimes it's already too late. That's getting built. Let's get the workers down here on that. Right now we have 12 laborers and 7 children. We're gonna have to build a bigger stockpile. Let's do a tiny one. Okay. We're going to go ahead and unpause a few of these houses over here, that way the gatherers have somewhere to live. And it'll also grow the population. You don't want to have like a huge boom in your population at the beginning. Sorry, I can't talk. Because if you have too many people in the beginning, you won't have enough people to make them food, and then they end up starving to death. So the game's really complicated when it comes to figuring out the perfect balance of getting your population to grow, because if you don't get it to grow quick enough, everyone dies out, they get too old to have babies, and they die out. So you gotta find the perfect balance. Okay, so we're going to add 2 gatherers at the moment. And they're going to work on those houses and the blacksmith, which is needing stone. Okay. So we'll go over here and we'll tell them to pick up all the stone in this area. And we'll go ahead and make that first priority. We have plenty of logs, so we're going to up the firewood. Because when you get a trading post, it's a good thing to trade. I think it's worth more than regular logs, and it's really easy to get. Excuse me. You don't want to set him up too high though, because if not, you can't keep up with the wood. He's always like chopping it down, making firewood, and then you end up losing all your logs, which isn't a good thing. Because in this game you need firewood all year round, because people will freeze to death during the summer. I'm gonna cut here until some work gets done, and I will be back in just a second. One thing I forgot to mention is you want to go ahead and get them to clear out all the stone and iron in the radius of the forest lodge, because they need all this room to plant that's in the circle. It's in this circle right here. They need all this room to plant trees, and if there's iron and rock, they can't plant trees over it, so you just get more wood that way if you clear it out. We have another house built. Babies being born and babies growing up. Well, I think this is a good stopping point for the first episode. We're in year 3, we have 14 people. My goal is to get 100 citizens, and then I'll probably end up playing a little bit longer than that. But after that, it's just kind of boring to watch. You just wait for things to happen most of the time. There's not too much to do in this game, but it is a fun and pretty complicated game. It's not the easiest, but they're coming out with mods soon, I hope, of things you can add to the game. Probably like war aspects to it, so you'll be able to fight and other things like that. Well, I'm going to call the episode here. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.